What's the strangest thing you've ever stumbled upon? For Mel Waters of Manastash Ridge, Washington, it was a mysterious hole on the grounds of his property. Mel's hole is anything but a normal pit. Waters described how birds avoided flying over it, dogs got spooked to their cores when near it, and radio devices went ballistic all of a sudden as he ventured close to the pit. Yet, what truly terrifies everyone is the veil of uncertainty shrouding the hole's bottom, and most recently, what they found at the bottom of Mel's hole terrified the whole world. Join us as we explore the enigmatic details of Mel's hole. Situated in a rural expanse of Manastash Ridge, Washington, Mel's hole is shrouded in mystery. Even today, its location remains a focal point of curiosity and speculation. The hole came to prominence through the accounts of Mel Waters, a local resident, after whom it has been named. While the exact coordinates and geographical specifics of the hole remain elusive, the region as a whole is known for its scenic beauty and harboring this peculiar anomaly. The man accredited for all the accounts of the mysterious Mel's hole remains a rather enigmatic figure himself. Born in the mid-20th century, Mel Waters' life took an unexpected turn when he stumbled upon this inexplicable pit on his property. This was in the early 1990s, when he moved to this remote and rugged area, aiming for a quieter and more secluded lifestyle. His discovery of what the Mel's hole was purely accidental. While exploring his vast property, he stumbled upon a peculiar pit. The hole appeared to be very deep, almost infinitely deep, and Waters, intrigued by its unusual properties, shared his findings, sparking widespread curiosity and speculation. Waters claimed that the hole was bottomless and could swallow any object without making a sound, sparking both curiosity and disbelief. His descriptions of the anomaly's depth, seemingly immeasurable, intensified the mystery and disbelief among locals and beyond. Waters' stories have ever since drawn widespread attention and fascination. Reports of unusual occurrences, ranging from animals avoiding the vicinity to bizarre signals interfering with electronic devices, added layers to the allure of Mel's hole. Consequently, the hole became a subject of fascination and debate, captivating imaginations far beyond the region. He did not table these outlandish claims all of a sudden though. Initially, Waters perceived this hole as a well due to its appearance. His vivid accounts paint a compelling yet elusive image. The hole appeared as a perfectly circular opening in the rugged terrain of Manastash Ridge. It is estimated to have a diameter of around 9 feet. The edges of the pit are smooth and almost impossibly pristine, contrasting sharply with the rough and natural landscape surrounding it. Waters claimed that the hole had an unfathomable depth. Since then, reports have indicated that the depth can be anywhere between thousands to an infinite number of feet. From the outside, there is no visible bottom, as if the hole extends infinitely into the depths of the earth. The darkness is so profound that even powerful lights fail to penetrate beyond a certain point. Waters also reported seeing steam rising from it on cold days and peculiar temperature differentials that defied explanation. Some reports have even suggested that the hole possesses a magnetic pull, influencing compass needles and other metallic objects near its perimeter. Apparently, Mel Waters was not the first one to discover the mysterious pit. Some of the locals already knew about it. The area had a reputation for its rugged and remote terrain, attracting individuals seeking solitude or living off the grid. Naturally, the details did not permeate much beyond the area. The hole, as described by Mel Waters, possessed unusual physical attributes. Even though it resembled a conventional well, it was anything but. Waters reported unusual occurrences related to electronic devices near the hole. He noticed radio interference and his personal radio equipment picked up unexplained signals, adding to the mystery surrounding the area. Another compelling aspect was the peculiar behavior of the local wildlife. Apparently, birds avoided flying over this hole. Additionally, Mel observed that his dogs were not all that keen to go near the hole, a show of aversion he claims is not typical of them. Plus, although the hole seemed dark and lifeless from the top, Waters recounted instances of unexplained lights or beams emanating from the hole. At one such instance, he witnessed a solid black beam, similar to a searchlight, rising from the depths of the hole and extending into the sky. Convinced that the hole was anything but normal, Waters conducted various experiments to unravel its inexplicable properties. For instance, he attempted to determine the depth of the hole by dropping various objects into it, such as ropes, fishing lines, and weighted items. To no avail. Despite using items with considerable length and weight, none reportedly reached the bottom, leading Waters to assert that the hole's depth was seemingly immeasurable. Plus, objects dropped into the hole seemingly vanished without audible impact, defying the anticipated sounds or resistance indicative of reaching a bottom. He deduced a depth of more than 80,000 feet or 24 kilometers, but asserted that the hole probably has no bottom at all. In another instance, when he brought a compass nearby, the needles began behaving erratically, pointing towards the hole as if affected by an unusual magnetic force. Waters also recounted another highly controversial incident where a deceased dog was allegedly placed into the mysterious pit. The dog's owner thought not to bury his furry companion, but instead placed it near the hole. A few days later, the dog reappeared alive and well. The revived canine allegedly exhibited signs of restored vitality and health, seemingly brought back from the dead by the inexplicable properties of the hole. So, how did we come to know about all of this in the first place? Well, for that, we have one man to thank, Art Bell. Bell was a renowned American broadcaster known for his radio show Coast to Coast AM, which gained immense popularity for its exploration of paranormal phenomena, conspiracy theories, and unconventional topics. Coast to Coast AM aired during the late-night hours, starting at around 10 or 11 p.m. and running until the early hours of the morning, ending around 4 a.m. Bell added much to the show with his captivating storytelling and engaging hosting style. He created an atmosphere where listeners could explore the mysterious, unexplained, and supernatural. Bell's show delved into a wide range of subjects, including UFOs, ghosts, government cover-ups, alternative medicine, and cryptids. He also provided a platform for guests, experts, and callers to share experiences, theories, and discussions on these unconventional topics. Radio has historically been a medium that entertains, informs, and connects people, providing a platform for discussions, news, entertainment, and storytelling. Bell's show, in particular, drew listeners seeking unconventional and thought-provoking content, cultivating a community intrigued by the mysteries and unexplained phenomena. Mel Waters gained significant attention when he appeared as a guest on the show in 1997. Waters' accounts of Mel's hole, with its inexplicable properties, captured the imagination of Bell's audience. The exposure on Bell's show catapulted the story of Mel's hole into the mainstream, drawing widespread curiosity and fascination with the mysterious pit and its alleged supernatural characteristics. Mel Waters appeared on the show later the same year, and his discussions about Mel's hole became the talk of the town. This one show amplified the visibility of his claims about the pit, leading to increased public interest, discussions, and speculations. The show helped propel Mel's hole into the realms of paranormal lore and popular culture, solidifying its status as an intriguing yet elusive mystery. The show boasted an expansive audience reach, with millions of listeners tuning in across the United States. Plus, the show's late-night airtime was perfect for capturing a dedicated and diverse audience intrigued by the exploration of paranormal phenomena, conspiracy theories, and unconventional topics. The show's popularity was substantial, making it one of the most influential and widely listened to late-night radio programs during its time. Naturally, Mel's hole received significant attention, contributing to its public notoriety. Waters initially contacted Bell via fax, detailing the perplexing discovery of the mysterious hole on his property. He shared intriguing details about the hole, its bottomlessness, and the strange phenomena we described earlier. Following Mel's appearance on the show, a bunch of local legends surrounding the pit emerged. While some of these claims tied in with what Waters described, others were completely outlandish. For instance, someone suggested that the hole served as a gateway to an alternate realm or as a portal through which spirits traversed. Such myths often amplified the inexplicable aspects of the hole, fostering a sense of wonder and curiosity among the locals. Some legends intertwined the hole with tales of creation, attributing its existence to mythical beings or ascribing it a role in the cosmic order. Speculations also circulated about people allegedly disappearing near Mel's Hole. Though lacking concrete evidence, these stories contributed to the mysterious aura surrounding the site. Official records or substantiated reports of such disappearances remained elusive. Reports of unusual atmospheric phenomena, bizarre sightings, and other inexplicable incidents also fed into the narrative of the area's mysterious nature. Despite efforts to investigate these occurrences, definitive explanations remained elusive, adding to the enigmatic reputation of the site. While local folklore began blossoming all around the Hole, following Mel's appearance on Art's show, there were some personal consequences for Mel too. Just 4 days after the broadcast, Mel encountered a startling sight in front of his property. The road leading to it was unexpectedly blocked by armed military personnel. The armed personnel prevented Mel from accessing his land. Surprised and puzzled, Mel sought an explanation but was met with a cryptic response. The men claimed that there had been a plane crash on the property. But Mel hadn't observed anything of the sort. Neither were there any signs of such an event, like smoke or debris. The sight of men in hazmat suits further added to his confusion. Mel attempted to engage with the authorities present, asking to speak to someone in charge, but his requests were met with vague and threatening responses. When he demanded to know what was going on, since this was his land after all, they threatened him by suggesting that they could potentially find incriminating evidence, such as a drug lab, on the property. Mel retorted by saying that he would go public with all of this, but the officer scoffed it off. Despite Mel's attempts to reason with the authorities and seek clarification, the situation remained shrouded in secrecy. This military involvement added another layer of intrigue and complexity to the already enigmatic saga of Mel's Hole. Following this perplexing encounter with armed military personnel, Waters appeared on air once again to talk about all that had inspired. During Mel's second call to the show, Art Bell extended an invitation for another in-person appearance. During this call, Mel shared that his real estate agent had hinted at potential buyers showing interest in purchasing his property, and while there was no concrete offer, the agent assured Mel that it was going to be a lucrative deal. Mel also recounted, for the first time, a conversation he had with a local elder who disclosed that the hole had stone columns encircling it at one point. The hole could have been much older than previously thought and may have undergone a lot of changes throughout its history. Another caller jumped into the conversation and pointed out that Mel's property was very close to the Yakima Training Center, a government facility. He felt that this proximity provided a possible explanation for the earlier military intervention. Someone even jumped into the conversation with claims that the area had a reputation for UFO sightings and peculiar phenomena. Little did anyone know, Mel would all but disappear after this show. Years later, in 2002, Mel made a surprising return to Bell's show. So, where was he all this time? 3 years prior, on the day he was scheduled to appear for the third time on the radio show, he found himself embroiled in a bizarre series of events. He was helping his nephew move into an apartment, and after this, he took a bus back to Olympia. But the bus was stopped by transit authorities midway due to some onboard disturbance. He got off and after being led onto another bus with fellow passengers, he lost consciousness. Later, he found himself in a dirt alley in San Francisco. His personal effects were missing, and inexplicably, he had a 4-line in his arm. Adding to the strangeness, some of his molars were also missing. Desperate and disoriented, Mel reached out to his nephew for help returning to Olympia. Following this, he received an extraordinary offer, a perpetual lease on his property in exchange for a considerable sum of $250,000 per month. There was one condition though, he had to maintain absolute silence about the pit and relocate elsewhere. He did both, took the money and relocated to Australia. Fast forward to 2002, and Mel Waters refused to be silenced anymore. By this time, Mel's Hole had attracted considerable attention. Reports surfaced regarding puzzling incidents linked to the pit, including that of a mysterious black beam emanating from the depths of the hole. Mel himself added to the intrigue by recounting the unexpected discovery of a dime, seemingly out of place and distinctly unusual. The dime had an image of President Roosevelt stamped onto it and bore the date of 1943. However, this was an anomaly, as no dimes featuring Roosevelt's portrait were minted in that year. Further complicating matters was the coin's mint mark, usually indicating the location of its production. Remarkably, this dime bore the letter B, a puzzling detail considering that no city associated with U.S. currency minting had ever been identified with a name starting with the letter B. Naturally, Mel sent it to an expert coin appraiser. However, when he followed up, a few days later, he said that the Treasury Department confiscated the coin. Why would they do that though? Speculations and theories surrounding this anomalous coin are diverse. Some interpretations suggested that the coin could be linked to interdimensional phenomena associated with Mel's hole. It's crucial to approach such claims with a critical mindset due to the absence of concrete evidence or verified information supporting the existence of this alleged interdimensional coin. And that's not all. Reports of time distortions linked to Mel's hole are also part of the speculative aspects surrounding the site. These incidents have been recounted by individuals who claim to have experienced peculiar time-related phenomena in proximity to the alleged site. Some claim to have experienced time-related anomalies near the hole. These stories often involved claims of time dilation, where time seemed to pass at a different rate than usual, or instances where clocks or timekeeping devices allegedly malfunctioned unpredictably. Some claim to have observed unusual fluctuations in the passage of time, while others reported instances of missing time, where they couldn't.